Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, curious listeners and political gossipers, good morning, afternoon, or whatever time it is. I hope you are awake and not just here for the snacks. Today, I'm here to talk about a man who's been in politics for quite a while, some say since dinosaurs roamed the earth. But let's be real, he's not that old. He's young, dynamic, a little serious sometimes, and he tweets more than some of us blink. I'm talking about Umar Abdullah. Now, for those of you who just moved to earth, Umar Abdullah is a Kashmiri politician. He is from a political dynasty, grandson of Sheikh Abdullah, son of Dia, Farooq Abdullah, and heir to one of Jammu and Kashmir's most influential political legacies. So basically, politics is in his blood, along with maybe some Wazwan and Kashmiri chai. Umar first became an MP at the age of 29. Most of us at that age are still figuring out how to file taxes or arguing with our parents about career choices. But this guy, he was already giving speeches in parliament. Later, in 2009, he became the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. He was the youngest CM of the state, a fact he humbly reminded us of about once a week. And yes, he did bring a different kind of energy, modern ideas, better communication, and probably the best Instagram captions among Indian politicians. Now fast forward to the present after a long political roller coaster, multiple elections, and a few grey hairs, Umar Abdullah is once again the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, he is back in the chair. Or as some of his critics would say, back to the same old sofa with a new cushion. But let's be honest, the job isn't easy. He's got more challenges than a contestant on a reality show. From restoring full statehood, reducing unemployment, reviving tourism, ensuring peace, and listening to everyone's complaints, including that one uncle in every village who thinks he knows better than the whole cabinet. Some say he's too polished, some say he's too quiet, others say he's too dynastic, like being born into a political family is some kind of criminal offense. Honestly, if we punished everyone for what family they were born into, half of us wouldn't survive Sunday dinners. But Umar isn't afraid to face these criticisms. He speaks English like a BBC anchor, Hindi like a Delhi boy, and Kashmiri like your neighbor's elder brother who always knows what's going on. He tweets, he travels, he debates, and most importantly, he hasn't quit. In politics, just surviving is half the battle. The other half is dodging tomatoes. So what's next for Umar Abdullah? Well, that depends. If he listens to the people, takes bold decisions, includes the youth, fixes the roads, provides jobs, and lets Kashmiris drink kahwa in peace, he might just make history again. If not, well, there's always Twitter to argue about it. In conclusion, love him or disagree with him, Umar Abdullah remains a key player in the story of Jammu and Kashmir. And whether he becomes the hero, the wise old mentor, or the guy everyone blames, that's still being written. So here's to leaders who try, people who vote, and political speeches that don't put you to sleep.